Well, you know what? It's open up the industry of another kind.
Yes.
With major galleries sometimes not being open to showcasing the works of new upcoming artists, it is sometimes difficult for them to get their name and their brand out there.
That's correct. Now, this is where Africa's Art Collective comes in. It's an initiative that's been set up to provide a platform for young artists to not only exhibit their work, but they also help them improve their craft. Have a look.
Africa's Art Collective is a collaboration between the Julie Miller Investment Art Institute as well as Mall of Africa. But this isn't just any ordinary art exhibition. It provides the platform for emerging voices to showcase their talent while receiving mentoring in order to refine their creative craft. Judy, Africa's Art Collective is a collaboration between the Julie Miller Investment Art Institute as well as Mall of Africa. How did this initiative come about?
We had a small art exhibition in the Mall of Africa, outside in the public space, and we found that the public loved it. So the Mall of Africa and myself got together and we brainstormed about what we could do to really make a difference, and we decided we should go big with this, as big as we possibly could, and do it more than once a year. So that's how it was born.
And how are the artists that are showcasing their works at the Africa Arts Collective chosen or curated? Okay,
so we put out an open call to anybody. So we put it out on sites like VANSA, which is the Visual Arts Network of South Africa. The objective is to be as inclusive as possible, to give people an opportunity who don't normally have an opportunity to exhibit their work.
Why I think it's important for me to exhibit my work here is because we are basically breaking the old traditional way of showcasing art. So we're basically taking art to the people. You know, people usually find galleries intimidating. They feel like they have to speak a certain language, you know. So I think it's very important that the work is accessible to people. We also get an opportunity to teach people about art and what art is really about. So yeah, that's why I actually feel honored to be exhibiting here today.
This new generation of young African inspires my work. I am inspired by Africans who are unafraid to dream big and go out there and make their dreams a reality.
What inspires me to create my work is I live and I work in Joburg. So all the noise and all the activities, the different people that you come across every day in Joburg, that is what inspires my work. The laughing faces, the sad faces, and we're facing a lot of challenges around Joburg, around the CBD. So for me, I always question, how do people remain resilient and happy, you know, with all the challenges that we are facing, you know. So that's what actually the thoughts that goes through my mind when I create the work.
For every country, for every family, for every race that a child is born into, the environment determines the development of that baby. So when I grew up in a situation whereby I did a whole lot of labor. So in my work, I'm more concerned about a child. I found that a child labor is not a good impact at all. So I believe a child should be given more freedom to do what he or she likes.
I think what makes our art unique is that we come from similar backgrounds as South Africans or Africans. We're all telling the same story, but I think the creativity is in the way that we tell our story. You know, whether you're telling the story through music, through art, we have a unique way. Each one has their own individual, unique way of telling their own story. And I think that special touch, you know, in music, in visual art, that is what makes us special as Africans.
What can we expect from Africa's Art Collective in the years to come? How do you plan on making it bigger and better?
We want to start getting more artists involved that are from different disciplines that aren't normally showcased, like digital artists, illustration artists, writers even, all the creative aspects of this industry. That's the low-hanging fruit. We talk about the fact that we don't have jobs in this economy, especially for young people, but we've got all this creative talent. We have to help them to make a living out of it.
We really are fortunate to have such a talented crop of artists in South Africa that we get to call our very own. If you are in the Johannesburg area, make sure you come and catch this truly and proudly African display of art.